Alright, welcome everybody to RPG Maker VX Ace Beginner's Guide Video 2. So last video we talked about making maps. In this video we're going to be talking about basic events. Now, events are very important to learn because without them you basically wouldn't be able to do anything in the game. You wouldn't be able to go in and out of locations. You wouldn't be able to do animations. You wouldn't be able to just basically do anything. So they're very important to know. For this video, we're just going to be doing basic events. So for these ones, the events we're going to be covering today are basically to set the start position, doing doors, getting in and out of a location, and doing chests, as well as simple animations and stuff like that. So, yay. Now, we're going to be using the map that you created in video 1. So if this is the first video you've seen from the series, I would suggest you go to video 1 to create the maps so that you'll be able to follow along with everyone else and much easily. So let's continue on. So right now we're in map mode, because you can tell that because we're in this little icon here. But in order to get to events, we want to be in event mode. So to get to that, you either click this little guy right here. You'll know that you're in event mode when you see all these little all the tiles are highlighted type thing. You can do that, or you can also go to mode and then go to event and then go to, or you can also do F6 on the keyboard. Okay, now let's go ahead and choose a starting position for your character. Now, a starting position is what the name implies. It's where your character begins the game when you do a new game plus, or if you do a special event where you want your character to start in a specific position, and that's basically what that is. So let's go ahead and create one. So let's do click wherever you want it to go. So I am going to click it here. We're in the world map, and right click, make sure you right click it, and then you get this box here and you see quick event, or no, never mind. We want to do set as starting position, and we want our player to be in this position. Okay, and you'll know that you made it when you see this icon here. You'll have a little S and a little guy right there. So now that's your starting position. If you don't want it to be there, you can just click and drag and you move it wherever you want, or in stuff like that. So that's how you do starting positions. Now, next we're going to do is we're going to do transfers. And then transfer is where you're able to move in and out of a location. So let's go ahead and make one going into this village here. So left click on the tile you want, and then right click it, and then go to quick event creation. And you'll notice that transfer is the very first one. So you left click it, you'll get this box here that says new transfer event. You'll also have the destination and the direction. Now, destination, that's where you're transferring into, and you'll click on this little ellipsis right here to bring up the maps that you created. You can zoom in and out right here. Now, since we're going into a village, we're going into Village East Haven. So you go to Village East Haven map and click out. Now you choose exactly where you want your character to enter. And for mine, I'm just going to have them enter right here. So you click where you want them to go. And it would probably be a good idea to remember where they're going into, because we're going to be choosing the direction they're going to be facing once they enter into this place. So since I'm down here, it makes sense for them to face up. So I would put up. Now how these directions work is we have retain, down, left, right, up. These are all the directions a person would face that you can have them face depending on what you want them to what you want to happen. Retain, what that is basically, so I put retain, I go into this location. The direction my character will be facing depends specifically on like what direction I was facing when I went into that location. For instance, I would start here, go up. My character is facing up as they enter into town. If I start here, they go down. My character would be facing down, and then left, right, and so forth. That's what retain is. But sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes you just want them to face a specific direction, and in this case, I want them just facing up. Okay? So go to OK, and you'll know that an event is created when it has this little shadow effect going on in the tile, and you'll know that there's like an event coded into that location. Alright, so we created our first transfer event, so now we're going to be creating quite a few more actually. So let's go to Village East Haven. We're going to create a transfer going out of the village. So I want to just put it in the same position as when I was entering, just so that, just for kicks and giggles. So click it where you want it, right click it, quick event creation, transfer, and then ellipsis. In this case, I'm going out of the village, so go back to world map, and I want them to exit and land right here. So then I do OK. And I want them facing down, and OK it. So I created now a way for them to escape or to leave this location. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create doors. Okay, that's the next event, basic event we're going to create. So how you do doors, we have a couple doorways here. Let's go ahead and just click on an area, a door. Okay, so then you right click, go to quick event creation again. This time you'll go to the door instead of the transfer. So click door. Now on this one you can choose your graphic on what your door wants to, or how the door is going to look. And in this one we have 3 sets of tile sets. So you can choose whichever door you want. And since this is an in, this one looks to me more like an indoor. I don't know. You can choose whatever you want. I'm going to OK it. And then you want to choose where you want this event, or where's basically the transfer from where the door is going to lead the person. So since it's in the inn, we're going to go to the inn first floor. Now the guide states for entering into buildings, you don't want to put the entering position right here. It's better to put it right here, just in case the person wants to get out of the building quicker, because they're like, oh man, I went into the wrong building. And if you put it right here, they would have to go out then back in. But if you put it right here, and then we would do another transfer here to get out of the door or get out of the building, they could just click down and boom, they're done. They're out of the building. So that's why it's best to put it here. So let's just do that. So click OK, OK it, and boom, we have our first door. Yeah. Let's make some more. So let's make a miscellaneous door, and right click, quick event creation, door. We'll keep the same door, ellipsis, and I want them to go into the miscellaneous shop. Click here, OK, OK, and then the blacksmith, right click, quick event creation, door, ellipsis, blacksmith, and right here, OK it, boom, we have our 3 doors. We're not going to do this door yet because we're going to do something special with this one. So right now let's make some more transfers in and out of the buildings here. So let's do the inn first. We have a second floor, so this one's going to be a little special. So let's go to the first floor, and we're going to have a transfer going up to second floor. So we're going to click on the stairs, right click, quick event, transfer, ellipsis, second floor, the inn. Again, make sure you put it here, not here, just for the ease of the player. Click OK, and then let's see. We were facing the stairs were going up to the right, so we want to face right. And then we created the way to go up. Now we're going to create the way to go down because we don't want our character to stay here. That's like a game-breaking bug, isn't it? So let's just go ahead, click that, right click, event, transfer, ellipsis, first floor, because we're going to the first floor, click here, and boom. We also want to, again, face right, because the stairs are going down to the right, and boom, there you go. Now let's go to blacksmith. We'll create the blacksmith. Now, again, like I said, for going out of the building, you want to click it here, and then right click, create event creation, transfer, boom. Now this is the blacksmith, so make sure that you get the right building, because if, for instance, if I put it right here, it would look really weird since I went into this building but I'm coming out of this building. That would look kind of weird. So make sure you know exactly where you are. So I'm going to put it here. Okay, and I'm going to be facing down. And good. Now let's go to the miscellaneous shop. Click here, right click, quick event creation, transfer, ellipsis, and village, East Haven, and then down there. And then again down. And I believe we created all of the transfer events that we needed. Awesome. So, what's next? Well, I'll tell you. We are going to test out our events. So the first thing we want to do is playtest. So we can do that by either clicking this play button here, or you can also go into game, playtest, or simply you can also do F12. Either way, you'll be doing the playtest. So let's go ahead, play, and whenever you do a playtest, it seems like it saves the changes to the your program or your game, so it's just good. So let's go ahead and do that. So yes, you'll see that it starts it up like that. Now you just push enter, and there you go. There's your game. And how to move around, you use the arrow keys like that, and then you interact by pressing the enter button. Okay, but anyways, let's go up and test out our transfer into the village. So we're going to go up, and look, it works. Awesome. Oops. See? Well, now we know it goes in and out of the location, so that's pretty cool. Let's go into the inn and see that little animation there. That was cool. Here's floor 1, and let's go to floor 2. Ah, there we go. Let's go to back down, go to the miscellaneous shop. Oh my. Well, looks like I didn't create an event here. I thought I did. Well, let's go ahead and fix that. So let's click out and go back to the inn first floor, and oh, I did not make one. So this is what happens with playtests. You know, this is why you playtest, so you know exactly, what things are working and which ones are not. And in this case, I did not create a way for my character to leave the inn, which is not a good thing. So right click, event creation, transfer, the ellipsis, village, inn. Okay it, and down. Alright. Now it should work. Let's go ahead and play test that again, just really quick, just to make sure that it's working. And see, very good. All right, let's go ahead and test this out. See, yep, see what I was saying? You go in, I'm starting right here, so then if I didn't want to be in the blacksmith, very long or whatever, I'd just be able to go in and out super quick. So that's how those work. Now we are going to get out of this, and we are going to do some animations. Now, in the last video, I realized that I didn't have you create any chimneys for your buildings. So go ahead and create those right now if you haven't already. The way to do those is you go to tab B, and here are your chimneys. They're right below the windows and above the plants. And just go ahead and add them wherever you want, because what we're going to do is we're going to animate them. We're going to make some smoke come out of them. Now, once you get those on there, go ahead and click on one of the chimneys, right click it, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a new event instead of a quick event. Okay, so click on that, and we are now back into the big window. In this big window, this is where you do events that are more complicated, and we're not really going to be making any complicated ones for this video. We're still going to be doing some really simple stuff, so don't be afraid of all this. The first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go to the graphic, and we're going to be making smoke for the chimney. So what you do is double click inside here, and then what you want to do is find, I think it's other 2 with the exclamation point at the beginning, and there you go. So go ahead. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter which smoke you choose. So just, for instance, I'll just click that one, press OK. Now for these specific animations, you want to make sure that stepping animation is on. So click the box. Walking animation is okay to have it on for this specific one, but sometimes you wouldn't want the walking animation to be on. And I'm sure later on in the guide, we'll figure out which specific animations we wouldn't want this to be on. Okay, so make sure that everything is squeaky clean. Let's go ahead and click apply and OK, and there we created our event animation. So since we have 3 other chimneys here, and it'd be kind of annoying to just do that exact same thing for each chimney. So the one thing we can do is we can copy and paste the events that we create. So let's right click on the smoke event that we made, and you can see we have the copy, which is also Control C. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So click it, Control C, go to the next chimney, then right click, you can see paste, or just Control V, whichever way works. So I'm just going to Control V it, see, and go to this one, Control V and Control V, and I simply and quickly created all of the events that I wanted for that specific animation without too much trouble. Now let's go ahead and make another animation for the well. We're going to make a fountain going up. So again, go to new event. You can also just push enter on the keyboard. I'm going to do that. So just press enter. You're back here in this window, and then we're going to double click the graphic, go back to the same one, so that was the exclamation point other 2, and you'll see this fountain here. Again, doesn't matter which one you pick, just click one, push OK, make sure again that step-in animation is on, apply it, OK it, there it is. Now, let's go. Another one we're going to do, it's not really an animation, but it's something that, another event we're going to do, is we're going to make a locked door. So what you do is click there, right click, new event again. So you can just do enter if you wanted. Let's go to the graphic. Now let's go back to the doors. So you go down, find the doors, go to door 1, 2, and 3. Since this is a locked door, I mean, you can use whatever door you want, but I'm just going to go ahead and click this one right here because it looks like it has a lock on it. So it has a little aesthetic effect to it. So let's go ahead and do OK. And for this one, since there's no animation going on, you don't need to put step in animation. You can just leave it like that. However, let's go ahead and name this one because for specific events, you would want to name them just to get everything organized, specifically when you start editing later on in the game making process. At least that's what, according to the guide, that's what it states. So the guide, let's see. The guide wants or names this door specifically village locked door, all one word and such like that. And that's pretty much all you need to do for this one. So let's go ahead, apply, and OK. And you created a locked door because your character wouldn't be able to go inside of it, which is nice. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a treasure chest. So let's go and let's see. The guide has you created in the inn floor 2. Let's go ahead and you can just put it wherever you want. I'm going to put it right here. So right click it and then go into quick event creation again, and you'll notice that we have treasure chest. That's nice. So left click it and you can choose, or whoops, you have the graphic here again. You can choose your graphic. You can choose which what your treasure chest will look like. So double click this and you can see you have a few selections. I'm just going to go back and choose this one because it looks fine. And you can choose what items can be inside the chest. Now, for this chest, for the guide, it was only like 30 gold. So again, you can just either arrow it up all the way, or you can just type it in, and boom, you got it. And then once you're done with however much items you want in there, just click OK, and you have your treasure chest created. Cool. Now, let's go ahead and test all of this out. So let's go ahead and play test. Save it. Alright. Oops. Alright. Well, now you can see, look, we have our animations going. We have the chimneys doing their thing. We have our spring doing its thing. Or not our spring, our fountain, whatever. Let's check the locked door. We're not getting into it. Okay. Let's go ahead and test out the treasure chest. Oh, look at that. $30 gold were found. I'll have to fix that later in dialogue, which I think is next video. Alright. Looks like everything is working. We're transferring in and out of all the buildings. So it looks like our transfers are working. And our doors are working too. Look at that. Alright. Well, guess what? This is the end of video 2. basic events. In this video, you learned how to create a starting position, how to make transfers in and out of locations, create doors, treasure chests, simple animations, and a locked door. Feeling special? Because you should. Because you're well on your way to making a game. Alright, so anyways, if you have any questions, go ahead and comment below, or comments, just whatever, and we'll see you next time for the next video. Alright, happy trails.